Once upon a time, in a little village near the edge of a vast and magical forest, lived a curious girl named Lily. She loved exploring the woods near her home, always searching for hidden treasures like acorns, shiny stones, or rare flowers. Her grandmother often warned her, "Lily, don't wander too far, or you might get lost in the fairy forest." The fairy forest was known to be enchanted. Stories were told of people who entered and never returned, but Lily's curiosity was too great. One sunny afternoon, she decided to venture deeper than she ever had before. The deeper she went, the more magical the forest became. The trees grew taller and sparkled with silvery bark, while the flowers glowed faintly, like stars on the ground. Even the animals were different, rabbits with shimmering fur and birds with rainbow-colored wings. Just a little further, Lily thought, enchanted by the beauty around her. But soon, the sun began to set, and the forest changed. Shadows stretched, and the soft glow of the forest dimmed. Lily suddenly realized she couldn't find the path back home. Panic set in. She walked faster, looking for familiar landmarks, but everything looked the same. The trees, which once seemed friendly, now appeared tall and twisted. She felt small and lost. As Lily sat down by a sparkling stream, tears filled her eyes. "What am I going to do?" she whispered to herself. Just then, a soft voice spoke. "Why are you crying, little one?" Lily looked up to see a tiny fairy hovering in front of her, her wings shimmering in the moonlight. The fairy's face was kind, and her voice was gentle. "I'm lost," Lily replied, wiping her eyes. "I can't find my way home." The fairy smiled. The fairy forest can be tricky, but it helps those who help others. Lily frowned. "Help others? But I'm the one who needs help." The fairy simply pointed to a nearby bush where a small rabbit was caught in some thorny vines, struggling to get free. Lily hesitated, then remembered the fairy's words. She carefully untangled the vines, freeing the little rabbit. As soon as she did, the forest seemed to shift slightly. The trees ahead opened, revealing a faint path. Encouraged, Lily continued walking. Soon, she heard a faint chirping sound. A bird had fallen from its nest and hurt its wing. Lily scooped the tiny bird into her hands and placed it gently back in its nest. As she did, more of the forest lit up, and the path ahead became clearer. With every kind act, the forest seemed to guide her, opening new paths and lighting the way. She helped the squirrel find its lost acorn and pulled a thorn from a fox's paw. Each time she helped, the forest brightened. Finally, after what felt like hours, Lily reached the edge of the forest. Her home was in sight, and she breathed a sigh of relief. The fairy appeared again, this time smiling broadly. "You see, kindness has a way of lighting even the darkest paths," the fairy said. "Remember that whenever you feel lost." Lily nodded, understanding now that the way home wasn't just about finding the right path, it was about helping others along the way. From that day on, Lily continued to explore, but she was always careful not to wander too far. And whenever she found herself uncertain or lost, she knew exactly what to do: help those in need, and the way would become clear.